take a look back, 2.5 years, 2.5 years ago. I mean, in bed for 3 months, flat on his back, can't feel his feet, can't feel his hands, to where we are today.
It's incredible.
How do you explain that? With the right mind set and the faith that you have in God, you will be able to do things.
Well done.
Hi Koben, you are here in Narvik for the Brick Challenge. How did it came to it that you guys are going to participate in this event?
Well, that's actually a long story, and to be honest, I think Johan should explain how that came to happen.
Basically what happened was at school, some of the children asked for a training program for a half Ironman. So I gave them the program, and at the same time I said to them, we have to challenge Koben to do it. So I spoke to his father one day when I saw him at a shop, and we decided to challenge him to keep him busy. Yeah, the challenge came to that. Explained to him what the 113 was. It is a triathlon. The lucky thing for us, it is over 3 days. So on day 1 we will be doing the swimming, 1.9 kilometers. Then tomorrow we will be doing the cycling, 90 kilometers. And then on Sunday we will be doing the running, 21 kilometers, which makes it a half marathon. So everything is a half Ironman distance, but spread over 3 days, which makes it suitable because with the transitions on a normal half Ironman, it is quite quick and there are cut-off times. The changing of clothing and the transitions with Koben takes a bit longer since we haven't really practiced that, so this suits us perfectly. We had to learn from the beginning. Started off right from scratch, buying a tandem bicycle, which we also had to adapt to make him comfortable on the bike. He can't use cleats, so we actually strap him onto the flat pedals with toe caps, make sure his feet is nice and secure. So we started how to get onto the bike. We, in the beginning, 200 meters. 200 meters. Koben was
He
he was drowning. He was out of breath, and he was finished. Then we started off with just shorter distances. I think the first ride that we really took was about a 10 or 11k ride, and that was hard work for both of us. We had to learn from the beginning. It was a big learning curve for us, just the bicycle. On the swimming, that was also a big learning curve because with his rehab, he was capable of doing short laps, 4 meters, 5 meters, in the rehab center that they coached him out to swim. Okay, but the moment you get into a dam that's a 30 meter or so on, things change. You have to keep the stroke right. So we had to work on his stroke. We had to work on his breathing technique because the one arm is stronger than the other one. The right hand doesn't open as a normal one, so he can't keep his fingers closed the same way, so he must breathe on the right hand side, on the weak side, use his left arm, which is the stronger one, to pull more, and so that makes me swimming on his right hand, especially today, so that he can see me while we are swimming. So every time he breathes, he can see where I am. So I can remember the first time we went swimming, it was about 200 meters. And then came the target of 300 meters. That was a huge improvement and a huge achievement to reach 300 meters of swimming. So we slowly built up. Okay, so during training we went on 1.2s and so on. We've done a 1.9 just over a 1.9 for training. I'm comfortable that he will do the distance. That's fine with me. But also in the training, he had a pull buoy between his legs because he can't use his legs like normal. And we put a rubber elastic around his legs to keep his legs together so that he can keep the pull buoy there and give him some buoyancy. So yeah, we had to adapt. Okay, so on the running, the nickname for his wheelchair is Shrek.
Yeah, Shrek.
So Shrek. Okay, so Shrek, the wheelchair with the green spokes and the green handlebars and stuff and the green frame, we had to adapt that. We were very fortunate that one of the people in Lutrigat, made us a special handlebar which raised higher so that I can now push him, which is angled at about 45. The handlebar height is correct, the handlebar angle is correct, and we put on the adapter to the front so that we actually have a trike. We didn't purchase a new wheelchair for him specifically, we just don't have the finances for it. So we used what we have. There's a good old saying that we say, gravity suck. Up hills we battle, downhill he outruns me and I have to catch up again with the running, and it's ripped. We also learned that he needs gloves for controlling the thing because he had no skin on his hands after the first run and the first downhill. But that's how we learned, that's where we started off. Now, to answer the rest of the question, what's our expectations for today?
Firstly, not drown.
Yeah, I know Koben has got a fear from long time ago for open water and crocodiles. His dad always teases him about sharks and crocodiles. But the thing is, we had to overcome that as well. And we also bought safety floats, which you attach around your waist. Should he get tired, should anything happen, should we cramp or what, you just basically grab hold of the float and just sort of lay down, get it over and take your rest or get the cramp over, and from there on you can swim. That also gives you that security that, okay, I'm fine, I won't go down. So those are the things that we got. Our expectations for today, time-wise, our aim would be to come in under 1 hour. Okay, so that's the aim.
Reasonable.
I think it's achievable. We can do so, and I think that would be a great achievement if Koben can do that today. The weather conditions looks perfect. We've got clear skies, slight little breeze. We've got trust in each other. I've got trust in him that he will do the job and that he will be able to do it. And I know that someday our paths would sort of path away from each other, depart, and we will. He will start studying next year, university. So he's going to be busy with that. And I know that he's going to be in future a speaker to motivate people and go visit places, schools or whatever, and tell what happened to him, and tell people that with the right mindset and the faith that you have in God, that you will be able to do things. Take a look back, 2.5 years, 3 years, 3.5 years ago. I mean, in bed for 3 months, flat on his back, can't feel his feet, can't feel his hands, to where we are today.
It's incredible.
How do you explain that?
So with that being said, I think we should go and swim now.
Yeah, we better go register. We've got a few minutes to get there. So yeah.
11 p.m. Race registration. Race day has finally arrived. After 31 weeks of grueling training, 26.9 kilometers of swimming, 3,109 kilometers of cycling, and 588 kilometers of running in the bag, me, Wim and his daughter, Relien van Dijkhorst, were ready to embark on the 113 MiWay Brick Challenge. My first ever triathlon, 113 kilometers of grit and endurance. The biggest challenge I've faced since my injury itself. It was finally Go time. There it was, the MiWay Dam, obviously bigger in person, intimidating me even though I'm dry as dust 30 meters away from the water's edge, preparing myself my first ever open water swim. As I sat there, thoughts came running through my mind. All of a sudden nothing added up. How did I get here? Why am I doing this? That's a lot of water. Look, I've done a lot of dumb stuff in my life, but how on earth am I going to pull this one off? Do I have what it takes? Did I prepare enough? Can't fake it, it's the real deal. It's just me and the water. And that's when it hit me. I'm not alone. Everything I do is not by my own power, but by Him strengthens me. My father grabbed me like a bag of potatoes, ensuring that I don't miss out on the action. And by this time, the adrenaline inside of me couldn't disagree. When Johan dragged my anxious body deeper into the MiWay Dam, it was go time. Each lap consists out of 950 meters of non-stop swimming, adding up to a grand total of 1.9 kilometers, a distance equivalent to a half Ironman. After the first lap, my arms already fatigued and my stroke lost momentum. Swimming towards the shore felt like an eternity and my arms were getting heavier. But with Johan's help, I eventually beached in the shallow waters a few feet away from the dry land safety. Johan took off my time chip off my leg, and after he crossed the time mat with both our chips, he attached mine to his own leg. As he did so, I had a chance to recover before I'm dragged back into the cold waters I had just overcome. After a final goodbye wave and a thumbs up, I was ready for round 2. "54 minutes after the initial start, Berlin finished the first stage of the 113. And we were still in the water, making our way towards the finish line. With every last bit of energy left in my arms, I was coming home. And just like the first lap, the last few meters were no different. And then, at last, it was done. I made it. I'm still alive, and boy was it a good feeling. I had overcome the biggest physical challenge in my life. 1.9 kilometers of non-stop open water swimming using only my arms. I did it. We did it. We crushed the aim of under 1 hour and completed in sub 56 minutes. What a way to start the 113, but the end of stage 1 meant only one thing. It's time for day 2. Day 2 is the longest stage of the race with a distance of 90 kilometers. Therefore, I dedicate this part of the race to the people who sustain spinal cord injuries. To the people just like me. The race was underway and there were a lot of people. No, like a lot of people. And then there were us. Double trouble, double danger, double D's. As we crossed the time mat, adrenaline was racing through our veins, and in the heat of the moment, Berlin brought it under our attention that we need to stop and take a selfie. And then off we went, embarking on the longest race of my life. 2 laps of 42.5 kilometers. Just when we thought we finished the first lap of 2, we were unsure whether we should turn off and finish at the starting point, but just like a smart intellectual lady once said, go straight ahead. Yeah, we missed race briefing, but we're not missing out on the full experience. After regretting the last steep turnaround point, we finally made our way back to complete the first lap. With an elevation difference of 205 meters and 1,516 meters of granny gear climbing, we were depleted after the first go, but nonetheless powered our way towards the finish line, flew off on our way to take on the not so different second 42.5 kilometers. With the second go, we were flying, so fast I had to slow down the clip for y'all. And there it was, the last 50 meters, just as tiring as the first 89,950 meters. We finished strong, yet We were so weak after 4 hours and 20 minutes of continuous cycling through the mountains. But we were done. We did it. And then it was time for some physio. Yeah, we all love a good physio session, don't we? After all, that's the main reason why we do sports. They make you feel comfortable, pretend to relate to your pain, and then they give you a good massage, and when you least expect it, you get acupunctured. Not once, no. Not twice. But many times. And just when you think it's over, they either press it in deeper, making sure it's nice and secure, or you get another, and usually the second one goes even deeper than the first one. And not only in one place, no, everywhere. They do love their needles, and I wish I could say the same. But hey, at the end of the day, they are just doing their job and helping out. And trust me, it did. After releasing all my tense muscles, I was ready for my last day.
Okay, so it is our third and final day here at MiWay, and today we're going to do the 21.1 kilometer run. It's still dark, as you guys can see outside. I've been sleeping in the car. I know I'm so depleted after yesterday's cycle and after the swim as well. So those two events combined just adds up. That is why I didn't vlog anything of that. You see, I was too tired to speak to the camera whatsoever. My mother just recorded everything, you know. I'm just so tired. So in 40 minutes our next event starts, our final event as well, last but not least. I look forward to it. It's gonna be a 21 kilometer run, like I said, and yeah, I don't think there's anything much else to it. Hey, let's just get started.
I feel a bit stressed. 21 kilometers, it's very far. But yeah, hopefully we get it over and done with in a matter of no time. We're going to be busy for about approximately 2 hours, so we'll actually see how it goes. And hopefully nothing bad happens, but with God on our side, everything's going to work out just fine. And I have the best buddy. It's coming in just a second when we want, so yeah.
Are you ready, meneer van Dijkhorst?
As ready as can be. You're never ready.
Turn around there and head back exactly the same way. When you finish, you'll come to the spot. To the finish.
So here we find ourselves at the end of an amazing journey with one last event. One last time for Shrek to soar, and one last time for Eileen to grab a selfie.
Across the line, and you'll be eligible for a trophy at the finish. Well done, sir. Cruising down the finish line. Next game, he's going to grab his finisher medal. Well done, sir. Grab his chocolate bar. Give him his medal. Guys, go cruising across the line, hand in hand. So the three of them are basically involved from a big results in my hand as well. So you see these moving around.
And that's it. Mission successful. Whatever the challenge may be, your only limit is you.